All right, welcome to episode 5 of
Hey,
the
hang
air.
on, hang on, hang on.
Oh shit!
I thought you said it. I thought
Oh
you.
yeah, yeah. I'm having you. I'm just doing the intro. That's it,
Oh,
man. Dang.
Go
This is
ahead,
like
Ben. What's your
this
intro
is
like,
my
Ben?
show.
Yeah, go
This is
ahead,
like
man.
this
You
is my
got it. You
show.
you know what? You got it. You know what? You got it. I'm tripping.
yeah. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the 919 Aired Out podcast. Here from the 704. I'm gonna be taking it real serious this week. I got the luxury of creating this whole itinerary for the journey we're about to take y'all on. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the podcast.
All right.
Damn, that was really
All right,
good.
all right,
All right, Ben.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You been practicing.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, all right. Go ahead and get it started then.
Yeah, I have a. This is a topic Cam gave me, but we can just kick it off real quick. Like on a serious note, dating outside your race. What's your take?
Anybody?
I want to hear Matt. Matt, man. I just want to hear Matt. I don't know why.
I mean, I got no. I mean, definitely nothing against it. That I haven't done it myself. So I mean, if that's.
I think this is going to apply to you and me, Cam, because I feel like you and me are probably the only ones that have probably kind of experimented outside of our own race.
Yeah.
You want to take the lead on this one? Or you want me to talk?
Why don't you tell us about your experiences, Derek?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I never really dated outside of my race, but I've had like little flings with people outside of my race. I mean, it's cool. I mean, as long as you find love, it doesn't matter, what color their skin is, just as long as they love you for you. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like I've had vibes where I'll, have been with somebody that's outside my race, and I feel like they were just with me to like maybe like experiment a little bit. Like that's where I kind of like draw the line.
Nah, I've been outside of my race before. It's straight.
Yeah.
It's just, to me, it's just too easy.
What does that mean?
It's
You
just
gotta
too,
that was a completely different take. Yeah.
it was just too
Eric
easy.
seems
It
so
was just too
serious.
easy, man. It was just too easy to talk to them, man. Like, I don't know. Y'all know Justin, man. Justin always.
What?
I was around them, and he just manipulated those girls so easy.
We ain't talking about Justin. We're talking about you, bro.
Talking about exactly, man.
I mean, yeah. I'm just thinking, like, I
and
just
going
noticed
back
how.
to what. Go ahead, finish your point.
I just noticed how he did it, and I was able to do it too, and it just seemed like
You
so
just took
easy.
notes from seeing what he did.
Yeah, it was just too easy, man.
I feel like the girls Justin was with, they were just experimenting, though. Like I said.
Nah, they love that, man.
Why?
You asking me the wrong person.
That's why I'm just trying to figure out why. Like,
Did y'all say Justin has a kid?
Yeah.
One of them loved him. One of them loved him. One of them loved him. Hopefully.
Exactly.
Is he with a girl the same race as him, or
No.
Are they still
Come
together?
on now.
Come on.
Hey, Justin ain't never dated his own race. That's the one
Ever.
thing. He never did. And probably, and I hate to say it, keep this between us, it probably because the black girls probably ain't digging Justin. They probably thought he was a piece of shit. I'm just being dead honest with you.
Oh, we're gonna audience clip that.
All right, so my take on date, or I have a different take. Like, so dating outside of my race is like that's the only thing I'm gonna do. I don't date white girls. I don't fuck with white girls at all. Like, I've never really met one that I've like seen. I'm like, I really want to date like a white girl. Like, it's just nothing. Like, I don't know. For the most part, I've never really run into somebody who've been like, I really like vibe with this person. The only thing about dating outside your race that's important is if you're in like a long relationship, is you can't do the experimenting thing. That's something that's not. That's I think that's wrong. But you have to be like know. You can't be super ignorant. You feel me? You can't like go into a relationship and then be around someone's family and be like, oh, I don't know anything about y'all, or like have these stereotypes going into dating outside of your race, unless you've like learned about like someone else's culture. Because being the biggest problem, I don't want to really say it's a problem, but like the biggest hurdle I think it is dating outside of like my situation now is just the differences between like families. And it's like there's different backgrounds, and then like white people do shit different than other races. Like Hispanics do shit differently than black people. Like all that. Like there's always a difference. So you have to like meet in the middle, and then I don't know. I think it's a much bigger, for me. It's not that as big of a problem dating as a Hispanic girl, but I feel like it's a much bigger problem for black men going into like white households, because you know how that kind of gets. So it's a touchy subject. Like I don't know, especially in the South too.
Well, y'all remember to Get Out?
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly. Like on some shit
sir.
like that. Like
Yeah, it's
different. It's
it's
different.
cool.
Yeah.
It's cool though, because they either love you or they got some type of like you said, like a heavy stereotype of you coming in. Like
Yeah.
you'll go to their house and then like they'll play a song and I'll look at you like, I know you like this song. I'm like, bruh, why are they
Bro,
walk over?
Yep. They'll say
Bro,
certain things.
I knew it was quiet for white women when I heard when I've been to like two or three white weddings. I heard Sweet Caroline at the wedding. I said, it's time to leave. I said,
Yeah, it's time to head out.
Shit happens.
also, white women cheat more than any other race.
Damn.
Hot take. Fuck you.
Ask
'Cause I
Russell
will-
Wilson.
Is that a real stat? Or?
I was gonna say,
no, I think
you got
it's
the number for that one.
I think that's true, because just from going to app, like that's all it is white women. I've just seen them cheat on their boyfriend like nothing. Cheating on their boyfriend, nothing. I'm gonna be real. I've never seen a black girl cheat. I'm gonna be real. I'm just saying.
Well, what about black man?
No,
Yeah, black men don't
That's a
cheat.
different story.
Black men
about
That's
don't
a
to
different
say.
story.
You ever heard the saying, niggas gonna be niggas? That's
Nah,
what
black
it's talking.
men don't cheat. See, Eric is different. Black men don't cheat.
Okay. Okay.
They made a whole song about that.
Yeah, who was it written by?
Lil Duval
Mm,
and Charlemagne the God.
rest in peace.
What?
He bleaching. Charlemagne bleaching now. He. I think okay. So my last thing about dating outside your race, like I think it's important. It depends. It really does depend on the person though, because if you just involve like with dating in general, you have to have somebody that has like similar goals and similar like viewpoints as you for the most part. You can't have somebody like I seen this one thing on Twitter last week. It was one black dude started dating this white woman, and then he immediately turned into like a Trump supporter, like, and that's not what he was before. So it's like I don't know, like it's
influence.
Like it depends on like how strong you are. And most white women that I meet don't really have strong opinions as I have strong opinions on things, or care as much about things that I care as much about. So that's why it doesn't really work. But
I feel you.
I'm kind of with Eric on the fact that it doesn't really matter to me, and then also like as long as whatever you're doing makes you happy, yeah, it can be a difficult situation, but in the end, if that's the right person, then hopefully you're gonna do what you can to get through that, whether it be suck it up through these family outings that are uncomfortable. But I'm just not in a position to say, yeah, I've experienced that, because I'm not. So
for those of you who have done the dating outside of your race thing, the family, I'm sure, like Ben said, the family gatherings may be a little awkward at first, but do they tend, in your experience, they tend to become more natural and people tend to open up? And
well, my wife, her uncle and aunt, they both their daughters married black men. So I'm around that, like at family gatherings, like going over to their house. But it seems like for one of them, it's like the husband can't take the wife to his family outings because they're super judgmental and everything of her, from what I've heard. So it's really the only firsthand experience that I have of it.
it's not really an issue for me, because I feel like not to my own horn, but I'm pretty good at adapting to different things and different environments.
Yeah. That's what it should be.
But like for my girl, it's a little bit, because our family's like, my family's bigger, and like when they all get together, there's all significant others because they're all older, there's like kids and stuff, and then we just do shit that they don't do. Like it's not really genuine like when my bigger family gets together anymore, because it's so big and now there's kids, so it's kind of hard to just like be super genuine. But they do shit like play cornhole, and my girlfriend's like, we don't do that shit.
I just feel like it's tough to change tradition, like, because like when
Mhm.
you have somebody come into your life that's of another race, there's like so many things that you don't know. It's not necessarily that you don't want to get to know it, but it's just like different and awkward. So I feel like today's generation, you see a lot of interracial relationships. So to us, our generation is not that big of a deal. But you go back to like people that were maybe raised in like the 70s, the 60s, I guess like the baby boomers, for them it's probably just a little weird because you never really saw it. So
Sure.
Right.
I disagree.
just something to think
I
about.
agree with
Yeah.
Kevin. It's easy just to adapt. That's just how it is nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
See, like
Moving
me,
on.
like I've never had. Oh, sorry. We can move on.
All right.
We'll say that for another topic.
I mean, if you got something to say,
All right,
air
go
it out.
ahead, Eric.
No,
Air it
I
out.
was just gonna say. No, I was just gonna
Air it
say
out
that
podcast.
like Cam, like you and me, we grew up in basically predominantly white neighborhoods. So like for us, it's been easy to adapt because we've been used to it.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's just something to think about.
Moving on. For y'all, when you have kids, or if you don't have kids, that's fine too. But if you do have kids, are you going to teach them how to defend themselves? And if so, how?
I'm like, I don't know. I've heard a lot of answers, the whole karate and all that. Nah, I'm just, hey, you gonna have to either learn how to shoot that strap or put your hands up.
I knew you were gonna
be
say
Give him a
that.
gun.
I knew Cam was
Nah.
gonna say that. It's all that's getting answered everything.
I mean, it's just, get to a certain age. I'm not just gonna be like, oh yeah, 5 years old, let's go ahead and go to the gun range. Nah, but I would look at it from either standpoint, where depending on the environment we're in or where you need to learn. But I also would look at it as, you don't ever want to start trouble, but if somebody hits you, you need to hit them back and show them that, hey, hit them harder and be like, hey, you're not gonna be hitting on me like that.
Exactly. I agree with Cam. Like, I think regardless of the environment, everybody should know how to defend themselves because, especially when you get like towards like the elementary, middle school, even sometimes high school, like people, they're gonna be bullies that are gonna try to like pick on you and try to hit you and all that. So you need to be able to at least defend yourself, show them you're not a punk. So
my thought process is, I'd like to like know how to box or use like legitimate skills that if I ever did need them, but like I would only really want to box to get in shape. I don't need to. I mean, I think I could defend myself now, but in terms of my kids, I don't think I would take on like teaching them a skill like that unless that was something that they just wanted to do. But I think growing up, like giving them the knowledge that you've had to be able to defend themselves to the point where if there's a conflict, it doesn't have to be a physical outcome. I think words are super important now, that people kind of do just want to resort to physical confrontation instead of verbal confrontation. But with the age of the internet, who knows what people are going to be saying online. And I feel like a lot of our kids are really just going to be online more so than face-to-face interaction.
It's true. Matt, Kev.
I mean, yes, the kid, you need to teach your kid how to defend themselves. Like, I know there's a lot going on about like, especially like the toxic masculinity thing. Like, like we should be true. We should be teaching our kids that if they get picked on, that they need to be emotional and go complain to someone higher up who can handle it. But I mean, I think long run that just doesn't work. Like if you're, especially as a kid, if you're getting picked on, if you don't learn to fight for yourself a little bit, it's just going to continue.
Yeah, like I think especially with I was in sports, and I know y'all were in sports from a young age, so you kind of just, I guess, I don't know. I don't think anyone really ever taught me how to be like physical, but I just was if I was doing those things, and I guess that translated to if I was at school and something happened, like I wouldn't get my teeth kicked in.
I agree with Matt. Like, I do think I get the whole point of toxic masculinity, but like, I think I would try if I could probably like try to teach them like a box, like a little bit, nothing crazy, but like
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, like a little bit of boxing. Like they want to slap box with their friends. Like I wouldn't discourage it at all. Like I'd let them like, cause I mean that kind of like that's something. Like, but the whole thing boxing
That's what we
masculinity.
did.
Exactly. I was like
Slap box.
because here's the thing is like so the whole toxic masculinity thing. Like if somebody pick on you and start fighting you, you can talk shit about your feelings afterwards after after you fight for yourself or after you beat this kid's ass and you go home and say I don't like the way he made me feel, but I beat his ass. And you're like, okay.
Also, even just diffusing a confrontation, like you don't have to destroy somebody. Like you
Yeah.
could literally just restrain them, and like there's super effective ways in doing that. That I'm sure like we all could watch videos and like, pick up on it. But for a kid, like that's going to be hard to translate into it. I think as adults, like especially like you see people like not wanting to swing back, and then the other guys just going crazy on them. If you know how to restrain somebody, like it can be really helpful and to your benefit because who knows what could happen if you hit somebody and they fall down and hit their head on the side of the concrete and they
It's a good point.
whatever happens, like you could be in a lot more trouble even though it wasn't your fault.
I think another thing too is teaching like on some shit like that is teaching how to defend yourself too because because if you try to like diffuse a situation and they say fuck that and they start wailing on you like or just in general fighting too, where you, like to keep your guard up. Because I see so many people nowadays who try to box or like slap box or whatever, and they just play with their hands. But like y'all need to keep your guard up a little bit too.
Yeah, I
don't
guess
know.
it's like teaching yourself to defend yourself or teaching them how to beat someone's ass.
Yeah, so I mean,
I think the first one. It's not the second one.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
There's a difference between self-defense and then there's a difference between just flat out going off on somebody.
I seen
you
something
can
like
tell
that.
the difference.
I saw something like that on Twitter last week at Haynes Mall. They were just jumping people for no reason, like some shit like that happened. So like, just again, like I said, defend yourself, or at least like keep your guard up and be able to get yourself out of a situation where you can like put a guard up, swing a few times, and then get out of there.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Shout out to Nate Robinson.
Boy, wide open.
That was ridiculous. That dude, he just ran at the dude. I'm like, bro, what do you expect?
It's crazy.
Imagine how his trainer felt. Like, dude, we trained for how many months, how many weeks, just to see you run out.
What did he expect?
Like, but
Nate Robinson
dude didn't even try to defend
possibly,
himself.
You could count on one hand how many months of boxing training he had, and the other guy he's fighting against had a couple years. I mean,
yeah. I didn't think he's gonna.
But in boxing, you don't ever. But in boxing, you don't ever charge somebody. That's just ridiculous. When do you ever see a boxer like sprint at somebody?
But once you get in there, like I'm sure your mindset's different. You're like, if I'm gonna win this fight, I have to be crazy aggressive because like the good boxers are gonna sit back and pick what they're gonna, what like when they're gonna hit. So that's just a lack of experience.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, clearly.
Moving on. Everybody in here is in a relationship, so this is relatable. For Christmas and like anniversary, do y'all have trouble shopping for your significant other, like getting them gifts? Like if they weren't to tell you anything.
Okay, yeah.
If they don't tell you anything,
yeah.
What do you mean by that? Like, say for instance,
like you have to go out and get
the mall, and she'll be like, gift. "Oh, I like this."
No,
she didn't do that.
I'm talking like you got zero lead. Like, do you find it hard shopping for them?
Yep. I straight up asked my wife, like, "What you want for Christmas?"
I not me. I pay attention to like little things. Like if we go like shopping or whatever, if she like looks at something and is like is talking about it, she don't necessarily have to say she likes it.
Wait until you get married.
Or like if I notice something, what?
He just said,
wait till you get married.
Wait till you get married. That shit, that's all cool and everything in the dating phase, but you get married, you like they ain't saying nothing.
Let me finish. But I was about to say, so like if she's looking at something, you know, and like she don't necessarily have to say that she likes it or like she wants it, but I can like tell it's gonna make her happy. I kind of pay attention to like those things. So that's one.
That's I'm glad that it's that way now. But when you get married, you ain't going out shopping and figuring out all this stuff. Like it's so different.
Yeah, well, if you're married, I feel like by that time you should really like know the person like the back of your hand.
No, but things change because you're not doing what you used to do. Like once you buy a house, you're not doing all the same things you're doing your taking care of the house and not going shopping. Then you have kids, and then their focus isn't on themselves; it's the kids. But you still want to get them something nice. So,
But you see what your wife likes to do in her free time. Like, what is she doing? Like when she's
watch
not
the kids.
watch the kids. I don't know. Get her some baby stuff.
I do struggle a little bit, but this year I tried to be, I wouldn't say like more creative, but just based on her tastes, I tried to pick out some things like even clothes. I usually never buy clothes for her unless she like sends me a link for something. But I tried buying a few things, and I had to show her. We did our anniversary stuff today, so I gave her some stuff today. So it seemed like she liked it, but it's just different. Like I feel like with with girls, like it's very obvious if they don't like the gift.
I go to her friends. That's what I do. I also ask her friends, like, has she been talking to you about anything? Is there something that she said she wanted?
Hell no.
I don't even necessarily go to her and ask her specifically what she wants. So that way it's at least somewhat of a surprise.
Her friend gonna end up telling you the wrong size, and then she can be pissed off at you.
That's my biggest
those
concern.
certain things, those things I don't buy. Like I don't really buy like dresses. Like I can get her like a purse or something maybe, but like I have to know that's what she wants. So like I would ask like her friend.
Yeah, I would get if I had
like
to
perfumes, lotions.
pick out one
I would do
thing
something like that.
Miranda would wear. It'd be like shoes or like shirt or something.
Dang, I still haven't bought my girl shoes. That's superstition.
Yeah, I stay away from stuff because I don't want to get the wrong size.
What's the superstition that like if you buy somebody shoes that they just gonna walk all over you or something like that?
They're gonna walk away from you.
Oh, walk away from you. No, I heard the one that if someone buy you shoes, they're gonna walk all over you. Because I bought my girl a pair of like espadrilles once, and then her mom's like, "Nah, you got." Her grandma said, "You got like you can't accept these." So I was like, "He gonna walk all over you?" I was like, "Nah, that's like." I was like, "Hold on, I didn't mean it like that."
Exactly.
But no, I mean for the most part, I feel like the things I just try to put thought in like what I give her, and my girl's like she's cool enough to be like if you put some thought in or something, or like like Eric said, like in this situation where I'm at right now, like you do go to the mall and stuff, or like I see things around her a lot to see like what she may like, but just depending on like just having something that's thoughtful, and then she's like, oh, I know he put something like I don't know something more than just material into this. He put a little bit of heart into it or whatever. But
yeah, like for example, it's a little cheesy, but I think it's something that obviously like we don't have that much free time just because I'm working. She's home with the baby. She's gonna start a new job in January, so it's difficult to like get time together. But I bought her like a little book. It was like 150 things that couples can do together, and you like write in like when you did the thing in the book and where it was. But it's not something like you're gonna actively look at and do. But like for the time, like I thought it was at least thoughtful enough. I gave her something else, but it's just something different that I think, especially in relationships, it's hard to keep everything intact 100% all the time. Like especially when you're around each other so much. So finding little things that can get y'all away from normal everyday life, something like that, I thought would at least be useful. So
yeah, trying matters. I mean, I'm telling y'all should try going to like your girl's friends. Like, who does she usually hang out with when she's not around you? Maybe like ask them, like, hey, has she ever talked to you about something she really wanted, or like, what do you see that she really likes? It helps. That actually helped me last Christmas. Oh,
like, you go ahead.
No, go ahead, Ben. I'm done.
No, I'm just like in my situation, like Miranda's not really around her friends. Like her friends work and then live with their other friends who are single still, or they like she has a really good friend in Georgia. So like it's not like she's hanging out with people on a normal basis to like go out and do these things with. So my situation is different, obviously, than yours, and I think the four of you guys are more aligned than I am right now.
Oh.
What about Matt? I want to hear what Matt be getting.
Matt's quiet.
So it's difficult and it's not difficult. I'll get. Anna's pretty good about giving me
Anna's a good gift giver.
She's a very good gift giver, but she's also very good at being like, hey, I'm thinking about getting this for myself, like hint hint kind of thing.
Oh my gosh.
So she's
But,
giving you
I feel
layups.
like that was
Yeah,
gonna be tough.
exactly. She
Yeah.
throwing you lives right there.
Hell
She
yeah.
throws me
CP3.
lobs, but so like for Christmas and stuff, like I try and get her something that she kind of hinted at that she needs, but then I do try and think of something like thoughtful or she's really big into Christmas. So one thing I started, I get her a nutcracker soldier as a Christmas decoration every year. It's a different like themed one every time. So just like something like that as like kind of a themed gift that I know I can just keep figuring something out for it.
Feel you.
Let's go with Cam, bro. You over here shaking your head and all that.
Nah, I just don't ask my girls' friends for stuff because they be like they the type to like tell you what they want.
It's not like it has to be like one specific friend because I'm like
Yeah,
friends with one
Yeah,
of Miranda's
best.
friends
I'm talking about best
like
friend.
that. But I
I
wouldn't
don't,
just go ask like a couple of her
I,
friends.
yeah, I'm not talking to
It has to be her
my.
best friend.
I ain't doing
Like
none of
somebody
that.
she's been with like forever. Like me, like I already know what my go-to is.
Well, I don't got communication with them like that. First off.
Oh
And
yeah, I
then-
remember you don't like your go-to.
Kev, how long have you and your girlfriend been going out?
4 years and some change.
Okay.
Hey man,
Oh, dang, you growing up. 4
I'm about to
years.
say,
Yeah, I met her on moving day at college, and we've been together ever
sound like
since.
she the
So.
one.
Oh, dang, you about to get
Sound
that
like she the
that
one.
ring and go to K Jewelers and drop it back.
Ooh, we.
But nah, I just
After school, maybe.
it just
Yeah,
comes
not
with-
exactly.
Like
Like,
Kev's got some school to finish up.
Yeah, we actually gotta live in the same city for permanently too. So because right now she's still in Raleigh and I'm in Miami a good amount of time. So
Oh, yeah. Hey,
You in
man.
Trouble City.
Mhm.
it's not hard with the pandemic. I'll tell you that. The pandemic makes things a lot
There
easier.
ain't shit to do, is there?
Well, I mean, there is, but like you shouldn't be doing it, especially if you're in a healthcare program. You won't get other people sick when you're doing
Yeah.
close
hear
contact
you.
stuff. So
Yeah.
Don't forget to go to Tootsie's, by the way.
Moving on from that, here's something that's kind of happened a little bit throughout this week, stopping the college basketball season. What are y'all's thoughts? Because I know that if y'all know any other cases, but Duke canceled the rest of their out of conference games for college basketball.
I think
That's
that was because
because
they
K.
was
it's because
That's
they
'cause
suck.
they
That's because
losing.
Yeah,
It's because
they
they
was
suck.
losing, dog.
Everybody knows Coach K would not have said anything had he been like 4-0,
4-0.
6-1,
He's 4-0.
or
He
something
doesn't
like
say
that.
anything.
He don't say anything. That was ridiculous. And another coach called him out. I can't remember which coach did.
You like
It was
apologize.
you
I know what you're talking about though.
Well,
But I know what you said. I heard of him like calling him out too, which is like we
Yeah.
talking some real shit. Like he should just sit his ground. Fuck all that. Like I don't care if he's Coach K. Like,
exactly.
like,
I mean,
I low-key lost respect for him for saying that. Like, really, coach? Like, don't be a loser like that. I mean, I get it.
he's
You
the one who
lost your
takes a back
respect.
injury when his team sucks.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
It's
but
a
I don't want him to
convenient.
use
It's a
the
convenient
kids.
time for him to do that. I wouldn't say I lost
Yeah.
my respect for him.
Yeah.
yeah,
I didn't say I lost
he's
all
still a very
respect.
good
I said
coach.
I lost just a little respect because I don't like when people try to make excuses. But then again, I get what he's saying too because there have been a lot of positive tests. There have been a lot of cancellations lately, but like
I
don't
think
know.
some
I
of the
figured-
cancellations are a little ridiculous. Like you see it in the NFL. Guys are testing positive. They're held out for the game. Why aren't they doing that in college basketball? I don't
Wait,
care if
what are they doing in college basketball?
They're
Nothing.
canceling the
They're
game. So it's like,
Oh, you're just saying altogether the game's over. I
yeah,
understand.
the game's just done. Like one guy tests positive, the game's done. It's like, no, just sit that guy out. That guy can't play the
quarantine
game.
them. Yeah.
that was my point, bro. Imagine, I was thinking of like a college basketball because somebody at NC State tested positive. It's a kid from NC State who sits on the end of the bench. He's from Athens. Like I knew him when he went there.
No.
Are you serious?
Bro? And that dude,
Chase Graham.
yeah, Chase Graham, bro. What if it was like Chase who tested positive? They're like, come on, dog, you're worse on the team. Like, how the fuck you
Yeah.
going to cancel
But-
our game?
Yeah,
you weren't gonna play
cancel
anyways.
everyone.
Like,
It was like the NC State kid who tested
That's
positive is
terrible.
Cam Hayes. He's
I mean, no, he's a good player.
a good player, but it's like we have other point guards. Like we don't need him for
Let's go
that one
Chase
game.
I mean, I understand it, but sometimes it's
But
just
the thing is, my thing is like you can test positive one game and then let me reverse that. Test negative one game, the next game you test positive. So if one person tests positive, everybody else is testing negative, then they test again, then you get a bunch of positives. I feel like that could,
Yeah, if that
that can cause
happens,
some
sure,
issues.
if that happens, sure you cancel it, but like until that happens, you just kind of have to. You got to play. Like I'm sure these kids would rather play.
Yeah, I get it. It's tough.
yeah.
It's a tough situation.
They lost their postseason last year. If you're talking about canceling the seasons now, some of these kids have missed and they've missed the only part they actually care about of one season and an entire other season.
Right.
Some of these guys who are, not these one and dones who don't need to go to college to make the NBA. I'm trying. Buddy Hield. There's a good example. If Buddy Hield was playing right now, no one would have known about him. He would have never gotten drafted in the NBA because no one would have gotten to see him at his best.
Right.
I mean, I think you just kind of have to. Then the NFL guys are testing positive. They sit out the game. It sucks, like especially the whole Denver situation where they were starting a wide receiver, like a undrafted college wide receiver at quarterback. Like that sucked. But at the end of the day, like that's what you had to do to get the game in.
Yeah.
I think you just got to play. And I mean, I get it if there's a cluster test where like 5 or 6 guys all test positive, but when it's one guy, you sit that guy out and let the other guys play.
Yeah. But the thing is, you also going to have to trace like traveling situations as well. It's not like with football and college, they haven't really been doing bubbles lately. So it's not like, everybody's in one spot and you can quarantine. You're going to have to trace like, where this team has traveled, who else have they played. They got to get tests. And then, if they're testing positive, you're going to have to figure out who they've been traveling with. And it's just going to be like a domino effect, I feel like.
See, I think the contract tracing, like I get its importance, but when you're talking about sports, and especially, I mean, we know the virus isn't that dangerous for any of these kids. Like, yeah, it sucks for them to get it, but
that's true though. You haven't really heard a situation where an athlete tested positive and the next thing he's on a ventilator.
Right.
But there was a 19-year-old that after died. That was the only time I heard of somebody like young.
Yeah, I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm just saying it's so rare. And I mean, these guys are getting the best testing possible. Like one of us goes and gets tested. It takes multiple days for us to find out if we're positive or not. They get tested. They find out in 3 hours if they're positive. So,
right.
One guy tests positive, retests the whole team. Everyone comes back negative. Carry on. One guy has to sit out.
I feel that.
That's just my thought, because it frustrates me, because I know the kids want to play. I know us as sports fans, we're looking to get watching college basketball this year. I'm gonna be very frustrated if I don't get to see March Madness this year, which is
last year.
I'm the same way. It's a little selfish.
Looking forward to that last year.
I was gonna make a bracket. We all had a bet, me and my family, and the whole thing got canceled.
I've been watching that boy Kate Cunningham.
You crazy? I know one thing that's gonna be really weird. It's happening with college football right now. Is by the end of the year, like if we do have a tournament, seeing who can get in and who can't is gonna be that's gonna be a whole fucking. That's gonna be a whole new ball game.
Big Ten championship.
Some haven't played as many
teams that play like 5 games.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's happening with a lot of college teams right now. Like a lot of them damn near played like
that. That's why you can't cancel the games.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying, Matt. Because like I'll turn on a game. It'll be like, I don't know, some shit like no. For example, I watched the NC Central Coastal Carolina game the other day. It was like Coastal Carolina like 5-0, NC Central like 1-1, or like somebody playing Tennessee. We had Tennessee State like 0-5, Tennessee like 1-0, like on some shit like that. So
Coastal's only had one game backed up, and then they replayed it this weekend against Troy. The only reason I know that is because the guy worked with
football.
You talking about football?
Yeah, I was talking about basketball, but yeah, I know what you're saying.
I understand.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, football, even you see that the same matchup, kind of like what you're describing.
How many games did Ohio State played in the championship game?
Like 5 or 6.
5. It was like 5 or 6. Yeah.
I thought
They were talking about that
Indiana
on first
should have been
take.
there, but Well, they lost to Ohio State though.
But they still
At the end of the
good.
day, the Big Ten made a business decision. They realized Ohio State's their only chance of getting into the college football playoffs, so
Yeah, that's true.
they need to do everything they can to make sure Ohio State can qualify.
That's crazy.
Because it's
Moving on
What
from,
is it?
Go ahead. No,
Go ahead.
no,
We can
you
move
have
on.
to
We can
say.
move on. I was gonna say, what is it? $6 million. The conference gets $6 million for getting a team in the playoffs.
I'm not sure.
But that's a lot. That's a lot of money to distribute among your schools.
Agreed. Moving on from college basketball to the NBA, with all the different players moving from team to team, specifically in the East. Who are y'all's Eastern Conference threats and the teams to keep your eye on?
The Nets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
really
the
nice.
Nets, but I don't think they're going to go all the way this year because KD's coming off that injury.
Did you just watch the highlights?
KD,
He looks good. He looks
pretty
good,
nasty.
but I mean,
Is he gonna be able to grind an 82-game season?
it's preseason. It's also preseason. Don't forget that now.
Yeah, he was
Aside from the
dogging
Nets
them.
and the
You think
Bucks,
they could beat the Lakers?
Are we talking about Are we talking about like win the whole thing or just leave the East?
I'm just talking about who's going to give the East a run for their money to come out. I'm not talking about
the
if
Nets.
they're
I'll
going to
give you
beat the
the
West
Nets.
or not.
Who
The
are we
Nets.
I'll give you
saying?
the Nets.
I mean, you got the Bucks and the Nets. I think that's a given.
The Raptors.
But there's 6 other spots.
Raptors will be back. People are saying Atlanta's going to make a jump. I don't really believe that, to be honest with you.
I don't think so.
The Hornets.
I think the Heat will be good.
The Hornets will be lucky. I saw the preseason game. I'm just going to talk about the Hornets because I'm a Hornets fan. We're going to be lucky to make the playoffs again, but LaMelo's really fun to watch. Like give us like a year or two.
I do want to see him score.
But I'm glad.
But I'm glad that he came out. His first game was passing. He wasn't doing some selfish shit like that. That kind of says a lot for me. So and his pass, he played great.
LeVar used to get on him when he used to be selfish too.
Yeah,
I think he really got in his head on that. Yeah, he did. I think he ended with like 10 or 12.
I think he had
10. He had
10
rebounds,
4 9
assists. He only played like 60 minutes though. So
yeah.
How many shots did he take? Did he take any shots? Because I remember he didn't score.
The only one I saw him take was he dribbled and then like somebody pushed him off his path, like a blatant foul, and then they didn't call it. He just threw that bitch off the backboard, and I was like, all right, that's because he's a rookie or whatever. I think the Heat won't be back. It'd be interesting.
Cam, you wanna speak on this for us, for the two of us?
Oh, the Washington Wizards. Come on now. Scott Brooks, Bradley Beal.
Scott Brooks a terrible coach, son.
Yo, don't make me stand up.
Bro, Rui
is nice. Rui is nice.
They'll make the playoffs. They're not. I don't think
they will.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They'll make the playoffs. They're not going to compete.
All right.
I mean, they could be exciting, but I just don't think who else on that team.
He needs
Rui
to
Hachimura is good.
Yeah,
Russell Westbrook, Bradley Beal.
I forget the draft pick they got. He was number 9. He was their first round draft pick. He's not bad. I saw him play a little bit, but I just don't know how. I mean, it's preseason, like everybody said.
Yeah, it's preseason.
I do want to see Russ do well though. Like, don't get me mistaken. I'll be talking shit about Russ, but like, I do want to see him do well. I just don't think he's gonna do. I just don't think he ever will. He can't shoot. He can't shoot at all. But
nobody takes mid-range shots.
Right, but mid-range ain't gonna win you championships nowadays. He can't shoot threes at all. You be clanking the fuck out of them threes.
I'd be green lightning on 2K though.
If Russ can learn to pass the ball to who he's got and get the ball into the paint, get the ball out to Bradley Beal to shoot, like he's gonna be in such a better spot than where he was before.
I agree.
Can Russ learn to be the second option again? Because that's what made it not work with him and Harden is he didn't.
I don't think he's gonna have to be. I think
Beal's the better player right now.
Better scorer.
Yeah, I get that, but Russ is still gonna be bringing the ball up, so he's gonna have to learn how to be.
I just want to see him get everybody involved, not just Beal though. He needs to get the entire team involved.
He got MVP. He had the most triple doubles ever.
And they still lost.
My thing is that people were saying he's selfish, and I just don't understand. He has like the most.
Okay, that year he was selfish, so he was doing everything he could to get that fucking that triple double after a while.
That's what I'm saying.
Because he was like,
would get out the way and let him get the rebound.
He had
but that year he was.
I don't think he's like I got out of
20 assists, 20 points, 20 rebounds. Yeah, the 20 rebounds, Steven Adams is like, all right, you got it. But 20 assists though, you can't do anything about like.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
that's a lot.
think I don't think he's
seems
selfish.
forced. I'm with Kevin. It just seems forced. Like I don't know. I can't really
If he
describe
can
it.
learn to play natural basketball and play like a point guard,
Yeah.
if he can learn how to pass the way that John Wall passed when he was in Washington, while still able to score when he wants to, I don't want to say it's a wrap, but it's going to be very helpful for that team.
I think Russ can't. I think he knows how to do that, but the only thing he just every once in a while, like
he wants to put his shot up. He wants to get his shot up.
Badass shots.
But there's a
he
time
can't
for that.
shoot, and he just be like, and then clank, 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 clankety, clank, clank, clank. Every
but
single
I feel like as a
game.
superstar, like especially as a point guard, you got to get your teammates involved. Like the first half of the game, you got to step. You start to make it a one-on-one type of game when it's like the last, let's say maybe like the last quarter. Like
you're not gonna win any playoff games getting hot by yourself.
You're not.
I mean, Kevin Durant.
I don't want to hear it.
He was with the Warriors when he did that.
But that's Kevin Durant. It's Russell. Like if Russell Westbrook could shoot three, it can. If Russell Westbrook, if he got his 3-point average up to like 38%, 40%, or somewhere like respectable for a point guard,
he doesn't need to get it to 38. Get it to 35.
Exactly. Thank you. Like exactly. Like, but I think I really hope they do well, and I do believe that they can make a run to like the semis or like the even the conference finals if they get hot, because like the East, like it's kind of wide open. It's fun, but
why are we forgetting Boston?
Boston,
I don't like Boston. They're good, but like they make a run for it.
Y'all saw that what I sent on Instagram?
Crazy.
He grew, he grew 2 inches. Yeah.
Jason Tatum is 6'10" now. He's 6'10" now.
Wait, he grew?
And they got Kemba.
Yeah, he grew. He grew 2 inches.
Excuse me?
Yeah, they were talking about this like all day.
Jason Tatum, they're gonna be the Celtics gonna be good too. I forgot about them, but yeah, they definitely.
I think the East is gonna be more fun to watch what happens than the West. Man, the West is just like
it's Lakers. It's either Lakers or Clippers.
Like you got all these teams in the West.
There's the Blazers.
Damian Lillard, the Blazers.
Did y'all see Paul George's contract?
Yeah.
And McPhee.
What for probably one of the worst playoff performances I've ever seen for somebody.
He went out sad last year.
He getting paid a max contract.
No, but you know what I really want to see?
Real soon.
You know what I really want to see? I want to see James Harden go to Philadelphia. I want to see how he does with like Joel.
Wait, who you take? Are you taking Simmons or Embiid out of that line?
Get rid of Simmons, dude.
Ben Simmons. Get rid of Simmons.
Okay.
I would love to see
Simmons
James Harden
is a bust.
Like a true big. Like I want to see James Harden play with a true big. But the thing is, though,
they're not going to do that.
Joel Embiid ain't gonna have James Harden just sitting at the 3-point line, dribble, shoot, dribble, shoot, and dribble.
Ben
drive.
Simmons is the biggest disappointment to watch.
But the thing with,
he's a jump shot away though.
I don't think the Sixers going to trade Ben Simmons the Rockets wouldn't trade for Ben Simmons because John Wall and Ben Simmons does not make for a good
dude. They're going to need like 2 first-round draft picks, Ben Simmons, another player, and possibly a bench player.
Like, but John Wall needs the ball too.
It's going to take a lot to get Harden out of there.
So Joel Embiid would fit decent with them. Like Joel Embiid, Boogie, like that'd be a respectable lineup. Ben Simmons make no sense at all. They turn into the fucking Knicks and have Neil Keem.
Yep.
Power forward.
They were talking about Harden going to the Heat, which would be interesting. I wouldn't could work, but like
Harden wouldn't be interesting.
Harden got to get off his bullshit.
No.
He got to get off his bullshit. He got to get off his
beefing. Y'all don't remember that interview where him and Giannis were beefing? What he was talking about? You said Giannis might go to the Heat.
No, I said
Harden.
Harden.
I think it's gonna be fun watching John Wall in Houston, but I would have liked to see John Wall go somewhere like Milwaukee.
John Wall don't want to go to Milwaukee. John Wall lives in Miami all the time. That boy does not want to go to Milwaukee.
I'm just saying.
But yeah, I agree.
I'd like to see that team play.
And Eric, actually, to your point about the Harden, and I think Harden and Giannis could possibly work, but they were beefing for a while. Like I think they could do it because Giannis does not need the ball.
Giannis is not retiring until he gets a championship, and
he's gonna be playing until he's 60 if he don't get some help over there.
I don't know if he'll ever get one.
The whole Giannis to the Heat though is interesting because a lot of people have been saying that. Does Giannis to the Heat with the Heat's current lineup, does that work?
No, not real. I mean,
I would like to see it personally.
Do y'all have any sleeper teams this year? Like
Orlando.
Dallas.
I
Orlando
don't
in
know
the
if
East
the
for some of
Dallas is a
these.
sleeper though.
The Suns.
Suns, yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
I like
Yeah, the
this. I like
Suns.
the.
I
I like
want
the
to see the Suns
Suns.
do well.
Chris
I want to see them
Paul,
do
Dude,
well.
I'm interested in seeing the Warriors play this year
Oh.
too without Clay because they got Kelly Oubre, who I'm a
That
big
dude
Kelly
is
Oubre
that
fan.
dude is all right. That to me,
He's
he's like
different
so
on defense,
nice,
bro.
man. I just
He's
wish
smooth, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kelly Oubre is like super athletic, and I can't wait to see what Zach LaVine
That's
does
Kansas for you.
Zach
I'm
Levine's
taking
on the
a look. I'm
Warriors.
seeing.
No. I'm just saying, just in general, he's still
No,
on the
no.
Bulls.
No, they're gonna suck.
Man, he's just
Bull, yeah.
nice.
No, he's nice, but I feel bad he need to get out of there. They're gonna keep
Did
sucking.
Minnesota get
Who-
anyone in the offseason?
The number one
Or-
pick.
I'm just saying.
He's not gonna be
saying,
good though.
I mean, he'll be there, but I'm saying, did they add anyone else to that team to?
Nothing, nobody big. I don't think. I mean, they still got D'Angelo Russell and stuff, but
I'm
who's
with
gonna
Cam.
who's gonna be the worst team
Phoenix.
this year?
I
The
still
whole
think the
league.
Knicks are gonna be. I still think the Knicks. The Knicks are gonna be the worst
Obviously
team.
Knicks. Obviously the Knicks.
They have too many bigs.
Yeah, that Obi Toppin.
Yeah.
Obi
That's too many
Toppin, Kevin
bigs.
Knox, Frank Ntilikina, yeah, it's just
Dolan need
bigs.
to sell the team, and they got bad ownership. Nobody wants to go there.
The Cavs are really bad.
The Cavs will be bad. Cavs will be bad.
Cavs.
Trying to think of who else.
Detroit probably won't be that good either.
Detroit, they're in the same spot as the Hornets. They got Blake Griffin, like a few pieces, so they will probably be fighting Detroit.
Are the Pacers going to be doing anything?
Yeah.
With TJ Warren come back, Victor Oladipo over there, they could make the playoffs. Last year they
Pacers
played.
are decent.
They're decent.
They're like a 500 team, maybe like a
TJ
little
Warren's
tick above
got to
500.
prove it. He can do it for a long period of time.
Who's on
he's
the
a good
Kings?
player, but
De'Aaron Fox.
Kings will be. They're trying to make moves.
They're a sleeper. They'll be a sleeper.
They might fight for the eight spot.
I like
They probably
De'Aaron
won't get it.
Fox.
Marvin Bagley, Buddy Hield.
How about the Pelicans?
Yeah.
Are the Pelicans
Yes, sir. Lonzo. Okay. What else?
As far as brother better, that's
B.I.
crazy.
What's San Antonio looking like?
They're kind of weak.
They've been
Hey,
on a
Eric, they kind
decline.
of weak.
They've been on a decline.
Well, Kev,
they on a decline.
Who's that point guard they had?
Popovich need to retire.
I don't remember if he was out last year or the year before.
DeJounte Murray?
Yeah, was he out last year?
Oh, that dude was stupid nice.
Yeah, he was out like the year before.
Who's out last year?
I know.
So he was there.
I'm ready to watch Ja play again this year.
Boy, they should have threw that live. I watched that highlight. He didn't throw that.
Oh
live.
yeah, he didn't throw the lot. Yeah, you talking about Valanciunas?
Oh my God, he looked directly at him, and I was like,
he looked him like, bro, he cut baseline.
He cut
I'm like,
hard
just
and
throw it up.
went like this, and he was just like, I was like,
I'm thinking in my head, like I'm playing 2K. Double tap triangle.
Right.
That dude.
Like, dude. Yeah, that was definitely a misplay. He completely screwed that play up.
Valanciunas might throw that bitch to the third row though.
Right. Over the backboard.
Hey, but at least you made an effort.
Yeah, that's true. Moving on from basketball, we'll probably talk some more about sports after we get off the podcast. But we still got a pandemic going on, and they've changed all these guidelines. But a thought I had was they're closing everything down at a certain time. Do you think that's going to attract more people to the same places at those same times since it's not open later? And then it's going to be more of a problem because then everyone will be leaving at the same time since places aren't open late. So you get off at 5. Some people get off at 3. Some people get off at 7. But the place closes at 10. So, I mean, everybody's going to be flocking to that place at whatever time they get there so that they can get a little bit of time in. Is that going to be more of a problem, or is that y'all see this as being a good thing? Places closing and having a curfew.
One of the things I like that Walmart does, like when they had kind of like a curfew, they have like kind of like senior citizen hours, where like I think it's like early in the morning.
I've never heard of that.
Midday.
Yeah,
Walmart
Miami.
The Walmart
they're doing like 6 to 8 as senior.
Yep, 6 to 8.
hours.
So like the seniors, like the people that may be at high risk, they can go in, get their groceries, get their food, and then they can bounce before like the new wave of people come through.
They've been doing
close the store down for them,
since the start. essentially, so I went to Target at like 7:30 one day and had to wait until 8 to go in.
That'll
But
piss me off.
so
You're up too early.
I don't know what these 24-hour stores are doing, but if the store does close, let's say it closes at midnight and opens at 6, essentially they have someone at the front and they can tell like, yeah, you're not 65 and up. They say they basically are just like, this is senior citizen hour. You can come in at this time, and then they'll basically encourage you not to go in. I don't know if they could stop you, but they encourage you not to.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. I think it can turn into a problem, especially when you're having bars open. People all wanting to get to the bar at the same time, and then everyone leaving at the same time. And then drinking is more of a social thing. So closing it down, the thought of everyone gathering there at the same time is going to be a problem, at least in my eyes. I know Charlotte has a lot of places like that.
Yeah.
I think it's not going to really be much of a change because I guess maybe more people will try and go out earlier, but I get, at least from my impression, I got the impression that a lot of people before the curfew, but after everything had kind of started opening back up again, I got the impression that's like people would kind of change. Like if they want to go do that, they're going to go do that when they want to do it. It's like, but it wasn't like I never got the impression that it was like a habit like back in college when, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturday, everyone went out at 10 p.m. and went home at 2 a.m.
I think it depends on the whatever facility it is too. Because I'm with Matt. I honestly don't think it changes much, and I think he should have done more. Or Cooper should have like closed down more, done more of a lockdown thing. But I don't know if it necessarily causes more people to go at one time, and if it does, it depends on the bar. I don't know if we're doing in Florida. That should be an issue if we had the same thing in Florida and he shut it down 10 to 5,
right?
Because Florida they have everything at like, if you want, you can do 100% capacity. Here I feel like most places are still doing like a certain percent occupancy level. So I feel like even if more people go at one time, then they just get turned away, or they would go there once and then realize there's a lot of people or something.
Kev, you thought you brought up the fact that you thought Roy Cooper should have done more for a lockdown. It's kind of like leading into my next question. Can you like expand on that? Like what you thought maybe he could have done? Because it might be exactly what we're about to head into.
Yeah, I think you should just shut it down, like go back a phase or something from where we're at because of how much we spiked in the holiday season. So I think until it calms down a little bit, we get that vaccine out and more people, it would have been a good idea.
The essential business phase, like if you're not essential, then you're not open.
Oh yeah, then that goes into the next question, the small business stuff.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give a quick take on what I think, and then I just want to hear everybody else because I think it is interesting. But basically what I think is that if you're going to a job to make your livelihood, like that's essential for you and it's putting food on your family's table. Like you never went into this industry thinking that you're just going to be shut down for no reason. And if you were, you could still go get another job in a similar type of business. But if it is shut down because it's not essential and you can't like bring in the same money you bring in for your family, then it's like, well, it's essential to me, but it's not essential to what their criteria is.
No, I feel you on that too, and I think if the problem is our government isn't set up. I've seen like what other countries do for the lockdown, and they'll get like some places get up to like 75% of their regular income when they're shut down because they're shut down. But for us, it's like 1,200. Here you go. Like that's all you get for like 3 months. That's just not gonna work.
You know how much rent is.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
That's the whole exactly. That goes all towards.
And that's a whole problem. So like I understand why people who run small businesses, like my barber down in Florida, he said he was down like bad. Like when barbershops shut down because you couldn't do business. That's his livelihood.
That is essential. I'm sorry. That's like
that shit is essential. Fuck all that. Like
yeah, it is.
Bro, my hair look terrible.
My hair looks crazy. Look at me right now.
I'm gonna throw something.
Eric, the barbershop's open, dog.
I know, but like I've been holding off because of like Thanksgiving. I don't know where my barber's been, so I'm kind of giving it some time.
Well, you better hurry up before Roy Cooper close it down again.
Yeah, I know.
Eric, are you really that worried about it?
All right, go ahead. What did you about to say, Matt?
So if they're gonna make small businesses shut down, I really think they gotta, especially if it's more of a curfew. It's not a complete lockdown where you're not allowed to open. You gotta tell Walmart, Target, all those. They gotta shut down
Yep.
too. It's gotta be.
I get that, but it's like there's it can't work. Like shutting those
Well,
places down.
then don't shut down anything.
No, I agree with that, but
Need to shut down
if
schools first.
even posing that solution, like I know you're kind of joking saying it, like we'll shut down Walmart, Target too, because that we all know that's not going to happen. But if it did happen, like we thought it was bad now. Wait until you just see what the people do and they pulling it out. Like, all right, so you came over there.
Bro, no, but what if you did like what if during this time, like, to solve that problem of small businesses, like, now you don't shut everything down, you just shut down Walmart, Target, and all these big businesses, and just keep small businesses open, so they got to run the world.
I'd be good at that.
The only problem is most of the time small businesses, for them, no offense, but they're more expensive than Walmart and Target and things like that. So, but some people can't afford that. So I don't know. I feel you. I feel you.
It's crazy. We should go back and forth.
So what happens though? So the first lockdown messed with a lot of small businesses. You shut them down again. You know, the 60-70% that survived the first lockdown,
they're done.
Yeah.
They're done.
Ghost town.
Because they can't survive. They can't survive two. They could survive one. They cannot survive two.
I don't know, dude. If they roll another $1,200 stimulus check out, they might be good.
But they need to make that bitch like 3,000. I don't know. They got to do what these other countries doing with at least 50% of your income, dog. Not no 1,200 for like 3 months.
Exactly.
Hey, I don't know. I know I think I've mentioned this to Ben before. I don't know if I mentioned this on.
We did talk about this.
But did we talk about it on the podcast, or did I just mention it directly to you?
Just we were talking on the phone.
Okay. I listened to an interview with Cuban, and he actually he really likes the stimulus idea, but his thought on the stimulus is, it's a use it or lose it. So it's because it's designed to stimulate the economy. So his thought is, let's just go $1,000, make it easy. You get $1,000 a month. You can use, again, numbers aren't accurate. Let's say you have to use the first 500 to pay your rents. The other 500 you have to use to, if you have to go buy,
like essential things, like you go to a place like CVS
or
Pharmacy.
not even essential things, not even essential things, like, because it's a use it or lose it. If you don't spend that extra 500 on, maybe you wanted to buy a PS4 game, PS5 game, whatever it is now, that stimulates the economy, because you're putting money into that industry.
Big business, essentially.
The business owner, yeah.
Well, if you put that full $1,000 into the PS5,
that's basically what it is.
Like I said, my numbers aren't working here, but that Cuban's idea was it's a use it or lose it. So if you do not spend that money in that month, it's gone. You don't get it back.
And crazy, man. It's like people are doing that now, but with credit cards that they don't have money for.
Well, this is a free credit card, essentially.
I'm just saying,
the whole point of that is, the big picture was, so if you loan out a lot of money and you don't grow the economy, eventually that debt rises to the point where the economy really just tanks, and now the US dollar is worth virtually nothing. Something like, it's happened in some countries where, so their currency is worth 1/55 of the US dollar.
I hear you.
So Cuban's idea is you can keep increasing the national debt as long as the GDP grows at an equivalent or a greater rate. As soon as that GDP is not growing as much as the national debt, the US dollar loses its value, and now we're in a bigger problem.
Eric, what do you think about all this stuff? About small businesses closing down and not making it, and not being able to open up because they're not essential. If it gets to that point again.
I mean, basically just like reiterate what y'all been saying. It's kind of a tough situation, kind of like what you were saying, because like, you know, for some people that run small businesses, that's how they, you know, put food on the table. So I mean, I don't know.
Also,
kind of a difficult.
I live in a place where there's a lot more small businesses than big establishments. Like I'm more out in rural North Carolina as opposed to like where we were in Cary. So there's a lot more like family-owned businesses and restaurants than there are like an Olive Garden or whatever it is. So
yeah. And no offense, like some of the non-essential businesses, I mean, the ones that shut down or like small businesses, a lot of them don't necessarily have like, you know, secondary skills where they can go get like maybe like a small job somewhere else. Like,
will they keep tobacco stores open?
Tobacco stores.
That was considered essential.
Yeah. Grocery stores, that's really the only thing that I can think they can do part-time, but
what would y'all do if they made a dry law? Like you couldn't buy alcohol or
spots.
You know, I had a change.
They're
doing that in some countries and places. They're doing dry laws, like you can't buy alcohol for a certain period of time during the holidays to discourage people from coming together in big groups.
Oh yeah, people gonna be hurt.
People gonna be rioting.
You're gonna see some crime going on.
Yeah, people gonna get crazy.
Well, I should have told you by the time I seen people. I was down in Florida, and in Florida they sell like alcohol at Walgreens. So my friend wanted to go to Walgreens get some alcohol, and I was just waiting outside, and I seen like 3 different people steal from there. It was like one person walked out, and they had like 3 cases of like Modelo's or whatever. And I thought they were just walking out with like, okay, 3 cases, like you're not gonna bag that up. That makes sense. And then I see somebody like running out with like a whole bunch of like brunettes. And then my friend in the store said the lady like asked me, is like, are you gonna pay for that? And then they just walked out.
He just ran. Wow.
They just walked out. They didn't even run. Like she was behind
out.
the desk.
Yeah,
because he probably figured they're not gonna.
There's no chase policy.
Yeah. No, did he have his mask on? He probably didn't have a mask on either. I got the Rona.
Oh, they had the mask on, so they wouldn't find out who it was. But yeah,
they had it. And not only that, they run at you. You just take your mask off, be like, "Yeah, I got the Rona. I'm gonna breathe on you."
Yeah, I think they have a no chase policy, so that's why they can just walk out.
Yeah, Florida's just different, bro.
Oh yeah,
that's crazy.
No chase.
Shut up.
They have that in retail here too. When I worked at Hibbett Sports, like they're like, if somebody steals something, like you can't chase them in the parking lot. Somebody, they better be fast while they're in the store, because
I'm about to say, like, you don't have to like strap something down. That's what I'll have to do. Like
get some Nike Elites and take.
If somebody started stealing, like, I'll probably it's not like I'm not the manager. I'm not really going to trip that much about it. Like if they leave the store, I'm not gonna run. I wouldn't run after them anyways. But if I was the manager, I might run after them. That's a whole thing, because that's the loss prevention. You got to talk to the head man about that. But
I'm taking off.
They do not pay me enough for this. I am not chasing after nobody.
I'm trying to get a raise.
Cam said, man, I've been waiting 26 years for somebody to try me. Let's go.
I ran track.
What's off his speed? Yeah,
all
like
these years.
Like, I hope you're NFL scout. Who's stealing these clothes?
Exactly. That's like Kevin Vincent. He's a police officer now. So when people run away from him, it's so funny. He's like, bro, I ran college track. What are y'all running for?
Yeah, I'd love to see that.
That would be hilarious.
Have y'all been doing anything different over the pandemic? Then, well, I guess it's not really. I guess it hasn't really changed that much. Like, do y'all think this is going to help at all? This curfew?
No. Like,
I don't think so either. Like Matt said, people they're gonna find ways to work around the curfew. If they want to do something stupid, they're gonna do something stupid.
People are getting fed up too. Like,
yeah,
people tolerated the shutdown in April, May, because at that time we were told, shut down to.
You're gonna die if you get it, and then we didn't really know anyone.
Shut down to slow the curve, and then we'll be able to open things back up once the hospitals can handle it.
And that curve went.
I know the curve went crazy, but
no, I know what you don't.
People people already tolerated one shutdown. You shut them down again, and they're gonna lose
Well,
their shit.
how about you give them a stimulus check? I bet you they'd be a little more happy.
Yep.
Like I
you pay-
said, one stimulus check ain't gonna do shit. You
Or
gotta,
if you did the income thing of like a month, however much money, just at least per month, or like just a bigger stimulus check, people would be completely content with staying at home. Like
Yeah. Something where they can at least pay
Well-
their bills and have enough to, at least get the essentials like food.
can the stimulus also do a better job of including those businesses that can't operate? Like if you can't operate, like the government should. If the government tells you can't operate, the government should have to pay for what you need to, like
Survive.
they have to pay. They have to pay your building rents. They have to pay
Yeah.
your, like they have, just so that it's like you're not losing money by not operating.
but yeah, give a small business like stimmy, like because I don't
Yeah.
like.
I wouldn't have been able to make
I
it
was still-
8 months without without a job.
I mean, I was
like-
still sneaking them haircuts. I just told my barber where I lived at. It came to my
Wouldn't
came to the
it
house.
like the rule of thumb is like if you have like a savings account, you should at least have like what, like six months?
6 months to live off of.
6
from it.
months to live off of, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
right.
That's
Like
not realistic for
financial-
everybody.
That's what I'm saying. It's, not
hard. It's hard to get to that
unfortunately.
point. You can't just get to
Yeah.
that point. Like most people our
Yeah.
age aren't in that position.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't
But-
think like that either. Like I was just taught that, because obviously, my mother, she works in a financial company, so she just always taught me that.
Yeah.
But not everybody thinks
Well,
long
we also
term.
came from an area of people had more of their finances aligned than other
Yeah,
areas.
More
so-
financial savvy.
financial
Lying.
savvy.
You know, you be funny though is like if you imagine you like have in this past like March, like early March, you went to the store and like, or you say you went out and you're like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna go get this, Porsche, and you don't really have the money like that. You're just trying to do whatever, and then pandemic hits, you could be so
Boy,
hurt.
you in trouble.
That's tough.
Yeah, that's the right word.
Boy.
Kid. You be hurt. You be forever hurt.
You out here taking it back.
You went out and bought
3,000
bought a 2020 Silverado or whatever.
You spent
Paid
6,000 on a
70 grand
purse
for it.
6,000 on a purse for your girl, and then you ain't got a job.
Well, I would never buy something like
But some
that.
people do it though. That's the thing.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah, because
Man.
people don't think long term.
Hey, sometimes
That's
people
crazy.
They don't
need
suspect
more.
stuff like this to happen.
Get that Birkin.
Yeah, I haven't bought a pair of shoes in like 2.5 years, like tennis shoes.
Man.
The
Man,
last
even
pair of shoes
before
I bought
COVID, I
was,
never buy
2.5
sneakers.
2.5 years ago. I bought a pair of Boosts. And I've like never bought a pair of shoes since.
You know what you
Yeah.
can do, right?
Nah, I don't even want to hear it.
I already know what he gonna say.
Go
I
ahead.
was gonna say you could have
Walk up
went to
on somebody,
Go to
get the
Plato's.
strap, or run up in somebody's house.
Dang, see, I was
Oh,
saying
never mind.
Plato's.
Nah, man, Play-Dohs, they ain't
Play-Dohs
never
ain't
got my
selling sneakers.
size. And
They
then
ain't selling
and
sneakers
then,
like
and then I
that.
look at them, I'm like, man, these things are
Right.
fucking raggedy.
It
Somebody's
depends.
cheating on
It
them.
depends.
That's what
on,
I'm saying. That's gross. I would never buy you shoes.
Hey man,
Plato's closet, like their shoes smell like smoked Gouda. Like
I did go to Play-Dohs a couple times to see if they had any basketball shoes. I wanted to get a pair just to play in, like not
Yeah.
just to wear around every day. Because obviously, like my everyday shoes don't smell. Really need to be my basketball shoes because I put those little sneaker balls in them. So
I'd never buy you shoes ever.
oh, no, I used to.
I don't
used
want
to-
nobody
yeah,
sweaty
used to work
feet.
at
I don't care
Play-Dohs.
how many.
That's how I used to get the shoes before. Like, guy would come in with some new bronze and be like, "Hey, I never wore these," and he would like pull out the plastic, and you still smell new. So I was like, "Yeah, I'm about to buy these after work."
you smell them.
Yes, bruh. Most of them shoes, people talk about, "Oh yeah, I found this in my closet. I just wanted to sell it because I need some money." Man, you gotta go to the right
Well, they
one.
stole them.
I wouldn't be surprised.
We had one right by campus.
Yeah, they were there by the
Planet Fitness.
Planet Fitness, right?
Yeah, it was right by Planet Fitness.
Yeah.
I remember
Well-
Steve used to go there a lot.
Well,
He kind of started thrift shopping, like wearing not athletic stuff anymore.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot you live
What's
with
the next
him.
topic? We
Yeah,
spent a good ass spending on this topic.
Well, this is still related to the pandemic, but what shows have you been watching during the pandemic? Like, have y'all started watching new shows on Netflix or Hulu, or have you just
Yes,
rewatched
sir.
old stuff?
all
I'm
right,
watching
anybody?
some. Yeah.
Go, somebody go ahead and go, cause I got a list.
I've been watching a lot of Disney Plus lately. I've been watching Mandalorian, and I'm not even that big of a Star Wars fan.
You don't need to be a Star
But
Wars
that
to
show's
watch it.
actually pretty addicting. Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's good.
That's what I do.
We
like
watched
about
Prison Break over again. It's like the
That's the
third,
show.
fourth time.
That's the
That's
show.
a good
And
one.
then
Steph.
and then I've watched Lost a couple times, like only a season and a half of the way through. And something came up, so I never kept going. But we just got to season 3 and Lost, and it's like
Don't
this
waste
is
your
getting
time.
wild.
Don't
Shut
waste
up.
your time.
I
That's
don't
all I
even want to
gotta
hear it.
say.
What's
Eric,
wrong with
don't even
Lost?
talk.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
No, he's gonna say
I'm not
something
gonna-
stupid about the
I'm not
ending.
gonna say.
I don't even want to hear your opinion. I ain't
Yeah,
asked.
don't
I ain't asked all
spoil
that.
for him.
Okay.
You have to invest so much time in that show because they're 40-minute episodes and there's like 20 episodes per
You
season.
gonna see why.
Eric, shut
Keep
up.
watching. Keep watching. Go ahead.
I
You're gonna be
told
like,
you, don't
this
talk
is, you're gonna
about
be
it.
like, this is
Stop.
exactly
I'm
what he
leaving
was
the podcast.
talking. Okay.
I'm
Go
currently rewatching I didn't really remember these movies as a kid, but Pirates of the Caribbean,
Yes,
Hell
sir.
yeah.
Disney
Yeah.
Plus,
All right.
That
and then
first
I'm
one
probably gonna watch.
hits.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna watch Mandalorian because I didn't know like my mom had Disney Plus on the TV because I guess my sister has it and they put it on her TV up. Her kids put it up on the TV up here, so I'm probably gonna watch Mandalorian because I hear a lot about it. So, and I'm kind of free now because I just school finished up, so I don't really have anything to do.
When do you go back?
The 25th, so I got some time.
25th of January?
January.
Yeah, because they're
not
doing
Christmas.
so.
That's
not
nice.
Christmas Day.
Yeah, we have a
That's
long time.
nice, dude.
Well, I think this is my first break because we didn't have any break from. I graduated on Saturday. I started on Monday, and then we had a week break from summer semester online to fall. So I spent that week break moving down to Miami, and then so like it's this break's really this is gonna be really nice.
So aside from any like catching up on TV shows and stuff, you gonna spend your time doing other stuff other than I assume you're gonna hang out with your girlfriend, but
Yeah. I mean, I've been doing that.
like any basketball.
Well, the thing is too is like there's no gyms here, and I just assumed that they were like I'm not going to get a gym membership for a month, so like I kind of just gotta pick a nice day when it's nice out, and then like go hoop. I'll probably do that when it's like somewhere over 55, but like just coming from Florida, going outside to play basketball when it's like 50 something, I'm like, bro, I'm frigid.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's a crazy difference because like in
It was
Florida,
70 today here.
it was nice. It was nice today here. It's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Are you in Raleigh right now?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Does Kev still live by your parents, Matt and Cam?
No, your family's moved now.
They moved.
Everybody
Yeah, we moved. We didn't move that far though. We moved over to like off Apex Peakway by that Wake Med,
Okay.
by Beaver Creek. So we're not that far.
15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
A bunch of people are moving out of that neighborhood.
Yeah, exactly. Justin's parents left.
Yeah, Justin. I don't know.
Are the
Yeah, I don't.
Evanoffs still there?
Evanoffs is still there.
The Van Dykes?
I think they're still there, but their house might be on the market. I was just there today, and I might have saw.
The Rogers?
They moved. They moved.
The Johns?
Mm.
They
Johns.
probably-
I think the
I thought
Johns
they-
are
I
still
think they
there.
moved. Or
I
they,
think
The Johns
I thought
moved.
they-
No, yeah, I think you're right.
I think
About
they
the
did.
Hop, didn't the Hoptas live there? Or did
I don't know. I don't know about them anymore.
Or did
I
did
forgot
they
about
ever
them,
live
yeah.
there? Or did they always hang out with Colton?
They live behind me.
They live behind them.
Oh, they live there.
I did.
They were on
gotcha.
Arbordale. Mm.
Hey, speaking of that neighborhood, this is a little off topic, but do you remember in high school when that kid got off the bus and I'd always honk that air horn at him?
Where was that?
Which
at?
one?
Eric,
Which one?
when that kid would get off the bus, and I would
What
honk
kid? I'm
the
trying
air-
to think about which kid. I remember you would honk the air horn at people. But
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what kid
I know
it was.
I know he looks like in my head, but I didn't know his name. Or
Which stop did he get off at?
He got off at like, the neighborhood sign going into Cambridge. Like you're kind of in South Chase, but there's that neighborhood
Oh
sign.
yeah, the small one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the small little sign.
And he would hide behind that. Eventually, after he knew I was coming, he had pine cones ready to throw in my car.
They're so grimy for not letting us use the pool.
But
Because we were
I
a
would
part
let
of
them.
it.
You just had to have someone come over.
I mean,
Yeah,
I know, but like just
some
like
of them.
because I couldn't go with like my family's mom and be like, oh, we gotta follow the rule. Like, can't let in everybody. I was like, damn.
Ain't better than
We
me.
didn't really know anybody over there. To
When
be
we were
honest.
younger, it wasn't as strict.
Yeah, I haven't been to that pool in years.
Really?
So we
Dang.
haven't been since I probably haven't been since sophomore year of
Eric,
after
I think I still got your. I
sophomore
think I still
year
got
of
your pool
college.
pass.
You probably do. I said we haven't been. I
Remember,
remember we always used to get upset because like we would walk in there and then people be looking at us like, "Who's this black family over here?" Like, bitch, I've been living here longer than you have. Who are you?
Here's the last topic, and then we could just talk or whatever. I don't even know what mine are gonna be. I'm probably gonna go off of them.
Oh,
But
yeah.
top 5 party songs.
We going snake draft?
We do the order.
Yeah.
And I'm basing this based off of
I don't
like
even
what I
know.
partied the most to.
Like
I'm not
new.
saying like I'm not saying for
It could be everything, man.
for the general public. I'm
Everything.
just saying for like
Damn.
myself,
So-
this is what I partied to.
All right. Who going first?
I'll go first.
Yeah, go ahead, Ben.
We got March
Well-
Madness Future.
Damn.
Hey, come on, bro. Let him know, Ben.
I gotta
Well,
I gotta
what-
scratch.
What's up with it?
Every single my birthday's in March. Every single March 1st, like it hits midnight from January was it 28th, January 28th, and then March 1st, March Madness.
Yeah,
Gotta play it once.
yeah, that song. I mean,
Sheesh.
that might be
Dude.
his best song.
Did the Chris Brown flip?
Oy. All right, who's next?
It don't matter.
And I did catch that. You talking about Chris Brown flip? He
Yeah.
did it right on beat. Anyway,
Yeah, on the stage.
yeah.
That, yeah,
who's next?
that's different. It don't matter. Go ahead, Cam.
Shoot. I'm gonna have to go with Bands That Make Her Dance.
Ooh.
There you go.
I
Mhm.
hear you.
Okay.
Cause girls be wildin'.
All right, I'll go next then. I'll say Wipe Me Down by Boosie.
Dang. Boy, I gotta cross out a lot, man.
Eric, you want to go or you want me to go?
You can go. I'll go last.
Shots, Little
I don't
John.
really.
Shots. You ain't
Shots.
lying.
Okay,
That's a good
man.
one.
All right.
That's a good one. Damn, I don't really know, man. To be honest, I haven't even thought this out. You guys probably don't even know this song, but it's R.I.P. Fredo, Playboy Cardi.
Oh hell yeah, that's your
Yeah, I know that song.
yeah.
That gets me going.
All right, Ben.
No,
Start
if
the
we're,
cycle.
doing, if we're running, are we going snake or are we going in order?
Oh,
We're going Snake.
Snake, go ahead, do Snake, man.
Eric, back to back.
Back to back. Oh damn.
No. You gotta go. You gotta go second one. Although you can't grab that one from me.
Yeah, I know. Hold on.
Yeah, I did a
Y'all gotta
trap
bear with
board.
me.
I wasn't playing no games.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
y'all
I'm
had
just-
this
I'm-
ready. I'm kind of.
In between my
kinda
picks, I'm
winging
going on Spotify.
Hold up. Yeah, I'm going on Spotify right now too.
All right, we got 30-second time.
What's
right
that?
here.
All right, I got it. What's that song called by Drake? Fucking right. Hell yeah. What's it called?
Heifer.
Heifer. Yeah.
We have a lot of Drake in this.
Probably.
Drake gonna be.
It's
in
probably coming.
All right. So to me again.
Yeah.
Weird one, but I remember freshman year of college, the girls went wild for this one. Dark Horse, Katy Perry.
Okay.
Interesting.
I remember the freshman year of college, the girls. That was when the girls got a little crazy.
All right, Matt.
Okay.
Interesting party. Is it me or Cam? I forgot.
It's you.
It's
Should be me,
It's
you,
me.
Kev.
I'm gonna wait because I'm see if somebody else has a straight song I'm thinking of, but I gotta do Suavemente by Elvis Crespo if y'all know that song.
Would we
Is that-
recognize it if we heard it?
Yeah, the Suavemente, besame.
Yeah, I know
Que
it
quiero
is.
sentir sus
I think I know what you're talking
labios.
about.
Yeah, that shit goes crazy. So
Is that-
Well, you're down in Miami, man. It's different.
I
It's
probably
different
heard
down there.
that at Cornerstone one
Hold
time.
on. Is that the one? I'm trying to think that. They definitely
Weird hearing
play
Eric
like
talk about Raleigh bars.
What
Cam,
you
I think I don't know how to explain the one I'm thinking of that I can't tell if it's what you're doing or
The
not.
only other that'll get played in North Carolina. The only other song that get played in North Carolina at like a regular party would be like Gasolina by Daddy Yankee.
That's true.
Gasolina, yeah.
Or
No, I think
that's a
Matt
good
might be thinking of
what about Calor?
Bailando or something. Matt might be thinking of Bailando.
By who?
I don't know what it's called. Hang on.
Put Matt
All right,
City,
let's-
Chris Cross
let's-
applesauce.
Let's
Yeah,
keep
go.
it moving.
It's wild for me.
Yeah,
It's
go ahead.
wild to me. So
All right, Cam.
All right, I'm gonna go Finito by Chief Keef.
Ooh.
Yeah, I saw that earlier.
Bro,
I'm not a big
that
fan.
song was playing when that Clemson floor collapsed with all those kids.
Damn.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember you told me
alright.
about that. I remember it's like, bro, this more collapse, dog. Like,
Money Longer, Lil Uzi.
Ooh.
that's a go. I remember we
Okay.
used to play that a lot.
And then probably from View's album, I'd say Controller.
Thank you. I knew someone was going to say that, so I'm going to take it from somebody because I have another song I want to say from him.
Yeah, I had another one on the album, but I figured, hopefully the group could have agreed with that one.
You hear the keys and I'm like, ooh.
Mhm.
Keys come at the beginning. You already know what time it is.
Who next?
That is Cam.
Oh, it is.
Cam?
Yeah,
Shit.
because Ben Cam.
Back that ass up, Juvenile.
Okay.
Bruh. These songs, girls be like, yeah, I'm about to wild out.
And nah to the 2000s.
Oh yeah, as soon as I hear that, I start sprinting to the stage. I'm sprinting, doing the SpongeBob run, just. Guys, you know you about to get a dance.
All right, if it's back to me, the other Drake song I'm gonna mention is gonna be Passion Fruit.
That's
Yes,
A
sir.
sleeper.
That's a good one.
That's a sleeper,
That's a good
but
one.
like that really gets you in the mood.
exactly.
Kev, what was the
Especially after, like,
what was
late
the
night.
Spanish song you said?
Suavemente.
All right.
I feel like you've heard
one
that.
I'm sure I have, but the one I'm thinking of, Don Omar.
Oh, Don Omar, yeah, he's got some hits too.
Oh, is that the artist? I just looked it up. I don't know what the song.
But not,
called,
yeah,
man.
that's an artist. I don't know what song it is, but he got a bunch of hits.
Well, whatever. I may have to play it, but at some point, I don't know.
Who next?
Matt.
I think is it
See you, Eric.
It's me. Oh,
no, isn't
Who
it
next?
Matt? Because Eric did the snake.
No, I'm gonna use that Spanish song. I'll find
okay.
it. I'll
You
find it
got
after
one?
this thing.
Okay.
all right. So I'm next.
Yeah.
And you got
Yeah.
back to back. You got two.
I'm next. Okay, I got Both by Gucci Man, and let's see, my
Drizzy.
second one gonna be. Yep. And dang, I may need to come back to this one.
We should have done top 10. I got a lot of these.
I mean, you can
No,
extend
I'm
it if you
running out.
want.
Like I said, I'm kind of
I'm
winging
just
this.
gonna
I haven't
talk
really
about
got my list
I'm
ready.
gonna list off honorable mentions at the very end.
All right.
Oh, hold up. Rich as Fuck by what you call it, Lil Wayne and 2 Chainz.
Okay, how about to say? All right.
Is anyone you started from the bottom now yet?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I'll go that one.
All right. If it's back to me, I'm trying to think of like. Is this completely subjective?
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's subjective.
Oh, then Sway by No Worries, Anderson .Paak.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Bro, I hear that, I go crazy. I don't care how many people don't know it or not. I love that song so much. I hear that. Like,
Bro, if you had a sports game,
I'm about to say, like, I'm just winging this. I'm
there's a Sway by Anderson
completely
.Paak
subjective.
and Knowledge.
Man, I'm going with the middle school classic, boy. Soldier Boy, crank that.
Crank that. Yep.
That used to come on, and I'm running to the floor. I hear you. I was like,
Walk
yeah.
It Out? Yo, what about that song Walk It Out?
I mean,
Oh, I walk in that. I'm glad none of y'all said "Yeah" by Lil Jon and Usher. I used to walk into every single if there's any club or bar, any party they're playing. Yeah, I was walking out. I didn't want to hear that. I heard that song way too much. It
Yeah,
definitely got overplayed like
it did.
Yeah,
crazy
they
again.
always play that. That's probably the most played Usher song. Like, what else by Usher do you really hear them play?
He said, "Let it burn." He really had hurt.
Let It Burn, Love in the Club.
Boy.
Is that Usher? Love in the Club.
Love in this club is Usher.
That's Usher, right? Yeah, I hear that.
That
That's probably
confession.
about
Talking
it.
about bro, that was some wild shit. He's talking about fucking a girl in the bathroom
I
at the
wanna
club. That's
make love
disgusting.
in this club.
That's disgusting, bro. Them bathrooms be crazy, crazy dirty.
Yeah, lying PB on the floor.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's nasty.
You slip and fall. Boy, you are muted, man.
I mean,
Dreams and Nightmares, Meek Mill.
Okay.
Oh,
that's a
dang
good
it,
one.
man.
That gets the whole club going.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah,
I thought I
we'll
was
get to that part.
finished.
Dude, this might not be on my top 5 exactly, but this song will get me hype as hell. And it was Thought It Was a Drought.
Oh, Future.
Hey, you ever hear the interview of him talking about like they did like a breakdown of that song? He was like, "Yeah, so I was in the penthouse and I was goddamn, I was smashing a bitch in the Gucci flip flops. Then I went right to the studio, and then they had like my shows like Future was in a mode I've never seen him in before. Like they're fucking all serious about
Bro,
it.
I'll never forget. I was at a party at my apartment and that song came on and I was on top of the coffee table dancing to it, like just like waiting for it, and then when it dropped, I was going nuts on the table.
Oh my
Dirty
god.
soda.
I remember you told
Dirty
me that
soda.
story.
White girl, iced tea, fully loaded, 8p. All right, is it back to Eric? Or no,
I
is it
don't know.
Cam? No, it's Cam. It's Cam.
Ben just
This is-
went.
We
So.
doing honorable mentions.
Wait, Ben went?
Nah,
I think
you
I've
still
only
got.
gotten 4.
We only got
I
4.
only got 3.
I did 5, so it's back to Cam.
Damn. All right.
Fuck,
I'm
I
gonna
did
go.
5.
Dang, it's a hard one that I want to choose. These are some classics.
Just save some for honor. Like, pick your favorites and then save some for
All right, my
honorable
favorites.
mentions.
All right, my favorites. I'm gonna have to go with.
I actually got a new one.
This is also like a middle school / high school classic, but No Hands.
Mhm.
Hey, girl, drop it to
That song used to come on. I knew I was about to get my dance on.
Wait,
All
are we
right,
going classics now, or it can be anything?
It was
I actually got a
anything.
new
I just know all the classics. Like when these songs pop up.
Anything. I got a new song that gets me hyped.
I got a big time classic for my last one. Kev, I think we're to you.
Go back to me. I'll throw guys since I talked about Gasolina earlier. That one gets the shit jumping, dude, because everyone knows it. So I'll throw that one in there. Ella le gusta la gasolina. Dame más gasolina. I see everyone knows that one. That shit everyone knows that shit. So it always gets stuff going.
First time I
All
heard
right.
that song was in the Benchwarmers when they had that the dude that claimed he was 12. He was from the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, I hear
That man was
drinking.
like 30 years old. Yeah. They played that song when he got up the bat. Who next?
It's Matt.
My last
Matt.
one, I'm gonna go White Person Anthem. Don't Stop Believing.
It's a good one.
Hey, at least he didn't say Sweet Caroline. I would have left.
Oh,
I was getting worried when he said white person.
I
Anthem,
said
but
the
don't stop
exact
believing.
same
I'm going the original White Person Anthem.
Okay, you got me.
That's-
I
nervous.
like the white
cool,
person anthem.
I'll respect that. That's
Everybody
fine.
like that song. You talking about the one that goes doom 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 doom?
Yes.
doom. Yeah,
Okay.
everybody love that song.
My honorable mentions. There's so many, but I put a few down. I put 6, 7, 9, and again by Fetty Wap, Jumpman, and Big Rings, and that's all I put for right now. I mean, we could go on forever.
Boy, I said Hannah Montana. Amigos.
Y'all heard that song?
Oh, God.
The Drake and
Did
Josh
anyone
theme
throw out
song?
Amigos song?
Nah, I had them, but I was like, my
There
favorites.
are a couple that I like. Yeah.
Yo, a funny
Had a
thing to put on at
Boosie.
a party, and you'll see who starts singing along is the Drake and Josh theme song.
I
Not
feel like
kidding.
a lot,
song,
that's a whole generation, bro. Like a lot of
Yeah.
people will be singing along to that.
Y'all heard that song "Gooba" by 6ix9ine?
Come on.
Bro, the intro to that.
We ain't talking about
I tell a nigga don't be brother.
Bro, this
Hey,
dude,
Kev,
Talon Horton Tucker.
What's up, man?
the Don Omar song, Danza Kudero.
Oh yeah.
It's the thing I always think of is Fast Five when there's that one scene where they do that song. I always think of that.
All right,
I don't
hey,
know.
hey, respect. That's
If
in
you
the
hear
top
that in the
5.
club, if you hear that in the club though, you're gonna start dancing.
All right, I'll let you know too if I ever hear it down there. Oh, is it? I think I got one more because I did Passion Fruit, I did Suede, I did Gasolina and Suavemente. So I got one more. I don't know how I missed the last one, but oh no, I said Wipe Me Down. Never mind. That's 5.
Yeah. That lean with it, rock with it, boy. It's a bunch of stuff, man.
Trap
Future
Queen?
has a lot. Hell no,
Ooh,
man. That shit messed the radio up, man.
I mean, yeah, it was overplayed.
Future, Freako.
Oh my
Ooh,
gosh.
I'm gonna switch up the genre a
I ain't got
little
no. He said something about I ain't got no time for these sluts. I'm gonna stick my thumb in her butt.
bit.
In
Oh
a
my
song,
goodness.
like, he said that. I was like, come on,
Hey,
come on,
man.
Future.
Future doing his
Yeah.
thing.
Future, he run through a lot of hoes.
Y'all think that was his best album?
Which one?
30
Coding
30
crazy.
Sprite 2. Coding that mixtape was great too.
Yeah, it was Dirty Sprite too. Shit, I don't know.
I'd probably say
flipping
it's
through
my favorite.
Spotify right now.
I know a lot of people say Hendrix is the best album. Like I know a lot of people who are big fans that say Hendrix, but I like Dirty Sprite too.
I like Dirty Sprite 2 the most. Like that's the one I go back to.
I like the Wizard. People ain't fuck with the Wizard. I like the Wizard a lot too.
Did you listen to the one he did with Young Thug?
That I think that tape was underrated. To be honest, like I think that deserved more attention.
It did, but it came out at a wrong time. I think Drake had dropped something right before that.
Yeah.
So that wasn't getting any attention. It was a lot of stuff. Future just Dirty Sprite 2 hit. First of all, I was at a military school in Georgia at the time, so everybody was playing everything. God.
What has Future done anything in the last few years? I can't think of anything he's come out
I
with.
used to like that song by Future.
He just
Not
put
too
out
much.
something. He just put out something with what's his name?
Bad.
Lil Uzi.
So he put out a whole album. He's done a lot recently, Matt. But like,
Okay.
he's been like flooding the market. So I don't. It's not as like his stuff doesn't hit like VS2 did when it first came out, like 2015.
I mean,
He's done like a good amount of stuff.
I don't listen to much rap anymore, so I'm really out of the loop on a lot of the newer rap. But,
Matt and them used to get down the wagon wheel down at NC State.
I do like. I will say I do like some Darius Rucker, but the original wagon wheel is what we played at NC State.
So, which another question, a little off the cuff question: what school y'all think had the best parties, like out of all the schools we went to? So, Clemson, App State, NC State, Charlotte.
I'm going.
I don't want to say they're the best party school, but I tell you what, App State is different when it comes to partying.
App State parties are terrible. I disagree.
Yeah, they're pretty terrible.
Weird.
No, App State parties are the worst.
Honestly,
they're the worst parties you can go to. It's just
I ain't even go here.
They're weird.
ECU had the best parties I've been to.
I didn't say they were good. I said
That's
it was
what I heard.
weird.
Yeah.
ECU was the
I never
best
been
party.
to an ECU party.
Yeah, ECU was.
I heard
Yeah,
their
I haven't really
Halloweens are
gone to that many college parties. I've only been to.
Eric's only been to the parties
two
I
schools.
hosted.
Yeah, 2 schools. I went to Appalachian Party, and then I went to, I think it was Greensboro, or was it A&T? It was one of those schools in Greensboro.
A&T parties, that might that might give ECU run for its money. A&T parties probably be.
It depends on
A&T, they get crazy.
It depends on where you at, and if it's homecoming, it's over with.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah,
I went to a homecoming party with Cammy, one of hers. They call it Jiho. What they call it, Cammy? Jiho.
Yeah, it's Jiho, greatest homecoming on earth.
Mm-hmm.
Jiho. Yeah, greatest homecoming on earth.
That was fun. A&T is fun.
We thought about going to a house party, then a bunch of niggas pulled up, and we was like, yeah, we going back to the hotel. We're get crazy up in here.
I mean,
probably some Catholics gonna start strolling with you.
Yeah,
exactly. You probably been straight.
Or somebody pull a gun.
I mean, it's not that deep. The only thing is you just got to know where the exits are.
Yep. Oh yeah, we knew. We were right near the door. We sat right near the door.
Everything's straight. And you got to know who you with.
But all right, so out of all the, so we say ECU and A&T, but like out of schools that we went to, like would anybody make a strong argument for their respective school?
Yes, Clemson. Far, by
Nah,
far.
not really.
Nah,
Okay,
I don't
so
make arguments.
State, no Charlotte.
Now, I will say, and I know Clemson still beats it, but State has some damn good football tailgates. I know Clemson's better still, but State's has some damn good football tailgates.
I think
All right.
State had the best tailgate in the state.
In the States, I think NC State's the best for tailgates.
In this state, you're right. There we go.
Yeah, I know Clemson's better. I know y'all are a bigger football school. I would
I'm
hope.
gonna say where you expected to be better is Clemson, for crying out loud. They're usually number 1 and number 2 in the country. It's
See,
like
they
you should expect it to be.
But they weren't like that when I was there. It was like, was it 6, 7?
Still top 10.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think that's
It's
that
still
big
higher than
difference.
State. What's the highest State ever been recently? You gotta help us out on that, Matt.
We're ranked
I've been
22 or 23 right now.
TR.
But
the
the Bradley Chubb year, I think we finished. I want to say we finished 24 that year.
Mm.
But we still,
Boys.
Man, shoot, at Charlotte, we do the tailgates and then leave. Ain't nobody going to the games. Right, Ben? We might stay for like a quarter.
If we make it that long.
If we make it that long, they'll just bounce.
It was hot.
My friends at Charlotte tailgate said they were fun, but they would just leave because App State tailgates weren't fun. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah.
people like
Okay.
App State tailgate. The thing
tailgates
They
were
were
fun.
weird.
The thing about NC State and Charlotte that worked really well for them is that they have like a big field for tailgates.
Yeah.
We didn't have that. Like everything was just around the town, so like
Yeah.
it wasn't like people would be getting caught for drinking tickets and stuff like that because not everyone was 21 and all that. And then it's just I don't know, it wasn't like as open and stuff. Like you have to like walk around like the whole town.
Charlotte put up tents for you. Like you didn't have to do anything.
Yeah, that's nice. App State certainly did not do that.
But Ben, I think they got rid of that
UNC
recently.
tailgates are ass.
Were they
UNC
really
tailgates are ass.
like friendly? Because I'm literally at Clemson. I could walk up to anybody, like, "Hey, you want some food?" I'm like, "Okay, I don't know this family." But
I remember
yeah.
one dude when I was drunk. I'm pretty sure he was wasted too. He literally offered me his whole case of Bud Light.
Nobody
I was
that.
like,
He
"Bro,
was
are
really
you
drunk.
serious?"
Yeah, I was
No,
saying that. I
Eric
said,
would get
"Ooh."
wild at the tailgates.
I didn't take it. I mean, I didn't take his beer, but I was just like, dude, really?
Eric was wild at the tailgates.
I got one
Yeah,
good
that's
tailgate
kinda
story
crazy.
from NC State. I went with my friend. I think it was last year they was playing Carolina, and I remember I wasn't gonna go to the game. I was just there with my friend because it's like his friend's girlfriend had like a tent or whatever set up. So we were there, and it just started pouring. So we were waiting for our Uber to get back to our place or his friend's place or whatever. And as we were walking back, it was pouring, and some dude it's like across the street from the fairground. So some dude tried to hop one of like those silver gates. He caught his ankle, and then he just fell face forward into a car, like a driving car. I was like, damn. I was like, that boy's down bad.
I think Charlotte had the best nightlife for college.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
I mean, they got Uptown Charlotte, so
Isn't Charlotte getting rid of Epicenter though? Like the whole
Yes.
Epicenter is.
Yeah, we had
really,
Rooftop,
Yeah, we
man.
had
That shit was a good
like
time.
7
Like I don't know why they're
bars.
getting rid of
yeah.
that.
Why are you getting rid of that? That's the whole point.
It's
They've
turning
had
into
a
like
lot of-
corporation stuff, isn't it?
They've
They
had a lot
said
of
they were trying to get
problems
like
there.
businesses, and
Yeah.
I don't know why they did that. It was so messed up.
So
I
we
mean,
go
that's the
with-
kind of shit they're doing. That's the kind of shit they're doing in Raleigh.
I
that
was
they're getting rid
glad.
of.
Cornerstone got shut down, didn't it?
Yeah, someone's gonna take that. That's too good of a lot to, for someone not to pick that up.
And I think I
Wait, they're
heard
getting rid of
Cornerstone's-
Cornerstone?
Okay, so
Cornerstone
this is what I heard about Cornerstone. So Cornerstone, my roommate said Cornerstone got bought out by like that lot got bought by somebody, but Cornerstone is gonna like move up the street. Like the owners of Cornerstone are gonna move the operation
okay.
somewhere else. But it's not gonna be
Cool.
like the original where it's like the 3 houses or whatever.
What about Alchemy? Is Alchemy still staying there?
I won't go in there anyway.
Dude, Eric, please tell me you're not
Bro.
going out.
No, I've been
Talk to
bro,
him,
Alchemy,
man.
Alchemy is crazy, bro. Have you ever been in there?
No, I refuse to go in there.
Bro, all I say is, bro, if you got epilepsy, do not go in that club.
Yeah,
We can tell from
refuse to
outside.
go in there.
Or I
I
can't lie.
remember I remember
No.
I didn't bump into Caleb, but Caleb left. It was like I think it was like 30 minutes before I got up in there. He was like, "Dog, you missed like a huge fight." I was like, "Really?" He was like, "Yeah, man. Somebody got thrown like 10 feet." I was like, "Damn."
No, I've been with a group of people who wanted to go there before, and I'm like, all right, peace out. I'll go home. I'm not going there.
I mean, if
Yeah.
that's the case, you just slide to Raleigh Beer Garden or something. Like that's what I always do. Like, if,
I
Beer
think
garden's nice.
I might have done that. Honestly.
Yeah, beer
I
garden's
might have
nice.
done
see, the
that.
thing about Cornerstone, every single time I've been to Cornerstone, I leave and it's somebody like about to die. The EMS is always there because somebody got too drunk and
Yeah.
they laid out on the
Oh,
pavement.
yeah.
So it's like on my way to Raleigh Beer. Like I usually go to Cornerstone, then I'll go with whoever I'm with, my friend or whatever. I walk over to Raleigh Beer Garden, get a beer on the roof, and then leave at like whatever time it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I heard
There's another
Cornerstone-
club, a little club that's across the street from Alchemy. Not Alchemy, across the street from Cornerstone. I can't remember what the name of that club is. It's Matt, you probably can help me with this.
The only club I can think of across from Cornerstone is Alchemy.
Yeah, there's Alchemy, but then there's like another small like little house or whatever, but it's not Cornerstone. It's something
Boys,
else.
we're gonna stop the recording
remember.
here, and then we can.
Yeah, we can
Whatever,
stop
I'm
it.
with that.
Yeah,
Probably
oh,
gonna
shit,
actually
we're
get
still
off,
recording?
but y'all can.
I remember
y'all
me-
can keep talking.
But
I'm
yeah,
trying to
you-
remember because I remember Cammy
Yeah.
and I went there one time. I
Is it
can't
called
remember.
Driftwood? Is that the one you're thinking of?
Hey, before we
I think
get
that's what
too
it
far
is.
down the
It might
rabbit
be
It's
hole-
more of
Driftwood.
a that's more of a bar than a club. Though.
Bar. Yeah.
Hey, before we get too far down the rabbit hole, I'm gonna just close out the podcast by saying there's another real one with you fellas. Anybody listening, tune in every other week. We're gonna get together, talk about some topics, hang out like this a little bit. If you enjoy it, good. If not, then keep it moving. We'll catch y'all next time.
Figure it out.
Keep it moving.